In this series, I spent $100,000 on this abandoned gold mine and $50,000 building a custom wash plant from scratch in the hopes to make millions. Will I be able to do it or will I go broke? Stay tuned and find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're on our way to our brand new gold mine. I ended up paying $100,000 for this mine. I spent $50,000 actually building a wash plant. So we got $15,000 to pay for fuel or any other parts we're going to need until we can actually start making some money. So before I left town, I was actually talking to a couple of local miners and they know this area pretty good. Apparently the miner that actually owned the mine before us, he's been here since the early 2000s and he's actually had pretty good luck until the last couple years. He made a couple bad decisions and he just couldn't pay his bills, so this mine's been abandoned for almost 2 years. But anyway, let's check everything out. So this is the custom wash plant I've been building for the last 6 weeks and I'm hoping it's actually going to be good for this area. I guess time will tell. But over here is the loader that actually came with the mine site, and guys, it is super old. I don't even know what it is or the year as long as it starts, but I got a feeling it's been abandoned for almost 2 years, so it probably needs a battery and a little bit of TLC. And over here we actually got, I guess this is where we're going to be staying. Okay, I guess they took all the furniture, so it looks like I'm sleeping in a chair, but they did leave the sheets and some blankets, so I guess we won't be cold. Thanks, I guess it's my fault for not actually bringing anything with me. I just assumed the mine would have it. And over here is the cut, and guys, the cut is actually really flooded, but I must say there's still a nice bit of pay dirt we can run through our plant. So I guess I should probably fuel up the plant and we can get started and try to get some money. Alright, so I got the wash plant filled up. The only thing left to do now is try to get our dinosaur of a loader started up. So I'm gonna bring the truck over because I actually got a spare battery. It's not brand new. I do have spray and we got the fuel. I think this loader might need all three. But you know what? I actually didn't try this loader, so maybe it might start. So let's hop up and see. Okay, here we go. Nope. It's pretty close, but it do need a little bit of help. Now, the battery's been sitting for 2 years, so that might be a reason. So I think the best option right now is to change the battery and grab our spray and see if we can actually get this fired up so we can actually start mining, guys. What did I get myself into? Now I just gotta find the air filter. I don't really see it. Oh, here it is. It's on this side. They got it cased in really good. You can't actually see the motor. Well, I think that should be enough spray, so let's hop up and pray it actually fires up. Okay, it's almost there. What can I do now? Oh, wait a minute, it fired up. Oh, and the fuel gauge is reading empty. I don't know if it's actually broke, but just in case, we'll top it up. Okay, so I just fired up the wash plant. Everything is running fine. The loader is running fine for now. I can't wait to see what this wash plant can do. I think my plan right now is to run for about 2 hours to see how everything is holding up. I might have to adjust a few things, tighten some things up, but I think overall it should run good. I did do a practice run back at the house. Now, I didn't have enough dirt to actually run for a couple hours, so I don't know how it's going to hold up, but as of right now, everything seems to be okay. Fingers crossed that nothing major happens. Well, I've been doing this for about 45 minutes now. I say we got about 10 buckets put through, and overall, we got no major problems so far. But I am noticing there's bigger rocks in this ground, so I gotta be careful when I'm bringing it over because our hopper can't handle anything bigger than 12 inches, so I should have probably put a grizzly on top. We do have a grizzly on the bottom, but it's just not the same. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours and we put through about 30 buckets, which isn't too bad. Everything looks like it's running okay. We got good water pressure. The riffles look like they're catching some gold. I'm starting to see colors, so that's a good sign. I think I should just continue on and hopefully we can get a cleanup done by today. I'm looking to get at least 5 ounces on this test run, so we'll be running for close to 12 hours, and I think that would be a good gauge to see how much gold's actually in this property. If I can get over 5 ounces, that means this ground is definitely worthwhile and we'll be able to upgrade our equipment a lot faster. But if you guys are enjoying this content and would like to see more gold mining videos, smash the like button and subscribe. Okay, so we just ran for about 12 hours, and I think it's time to shut down the wash plant and do a cleanup. Alright, so I just finished my very first cleanup, and we got 1 bucket of concentrate. I do see a nice bit of colors, so I'm hoping we got at least 5 ounces. I just finished cleaning the gold, and we ended up getting 10 ounces, which is double what we thought we were going to get, so this ground is pretty promising. The jar shows a bit more, but that's actually not what's in it. But right now, I'm actually going to run to town and sell the gold. I need to buy a couple things for the loader. One of the hydraulic lines is actually leaking, so I think it would be a good idea to pick up a spare one. Well, I just got to town. It took me about 2 hours, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to sell this gold. And right now, gold prices are really high, so this should help us out a nice bit. Holy smokes, I just made $29,000 off 10 ounces of gold. So now we got $44,000, and I think the best option is to go see if we can find a piece of equipment we can actually afford. I just spent $42,000, and we ended up getting this gold safe, and we got a conveyor. Does a miner poop in the woods? Well, he did until now. We just got a porta potty. And no, I didn't buy that conveyor. I wish I had the money for it. We bought the red one. They should be delivering it sometime this week. When I was inside the shop, I was actually talking to a couple of local miners in this area, and I found out our property was actually drilled about 10 years ago. So there's a copy of drill records somewhere. I'm going to try to reach out to the previous owner to see if I can get them. That way we can actually pinpoint where this gold is. Who is this? Oh, this can't be good. Guys, it's never a good sign when there's a random vehicle on your mine site, so I guess I kind of know who this is. Well, that's just great. I found out from the mining officer. He just said our water license wasn't renewed, so that means we got 2 weeks left, or we gotta pay $45,000 to renew it. And guess what, guys? Who just spent $42,000 of the $44,000 they had? This guy right here. So now we don't have enough. But at least now I have a porta potty so I can use the bathroom or throw up from seeing that bill. Oh, guys. So I just went over the paperwork he gave me about the mine site and the water license, and if we go past 14 days and we're still using water, we're getting fined $50,000 every day. Oh yeah, and there's a possibility we can go to jail up to 1 year. I can't go to jail. Anyways, I should probably start mining so that don't happen. Everything looks good, the water pressure is good. It's gonna be a late night for us, so let's get started. I'm just gonna have to take my time because if we break anything on the wash plant or the loader, it's gonna put us behind and we probably won't make the deadline. And I really don't have extra money for a disaster to happen right now, so hopefully we can run smoothly, get another cleanup so we can actually pay our bills. Well guys, that really sucks because it puts a damper on my plans. I was actually planning on buying another piece of equipment, maybe a bigger loader, excavator. I'm thinking about getting a rock truck in the future because as soon as we go back further, the pay is going to be further away, and that could cause the wash plant to go dry with material, causing water to whitewash the gold at the sluice run. And right now we can't really afford to lose any gold. That's $45,000 we could have used somewhere else. So I've been running for about 2 hours now. What is that sound? It actually sounds like there's some... That must be a rock. Please be a rock. I can't afford anything else to be wrong. I'm just going to grab another bucket, put it through the system, and hopefully it works the kinks out itself. I'm hoping it's just a rock, but if not, and I go up there and the sound's still there, we're going to have to check this out. This could be a big setback for us, and I can't afford downtime. Yeah, this don't sound right. It sounds like a piece of metal's broke off somewhere, so we'll park the loader, shut down the wash plant, and hopefully this could be an easy fix. I'm thinking it's something to do with the trommel. I'm hoping it's one of the wear plates, because if it's something I gotta order in, I don't have the money for it and I don't have the time. Oh yeah, I see the problem. So the screen on the outer trommel that actually separates the gold from the rock, one of the bars is actually bent out, and every time it goes around it's hitting the support beam, which is not good. Over time that's going to cause a big problem. So I'm going to go up, grab the welder, go down and see if we can actually heat it up and try to weld it back in place, and hopefully we can do it quick, because if I actually got to cut the piece out, put a new one in, it's going to take about 4 hours. But that reminds me, I actually don't have a lot of scrap steel left over, so I should probably put an order in and get a couple sheets so we got some up here just in case something like this happens again. We can cut it out and do a bush fix and get everything back up and running. So now that I'm actually looking at the damage, I could tell that was done by a rock. So I'm going to jump up on the trommel, see if there's any more damage, and to see how a big rock got through. Okay, there we go. I see the culprit. Oh, this ain't good. So the hopper design I actually got 20 bars that go across as a grizzly that stop big rocks from going through, and it looks like 2 or 3 of them actually busted off, causing a big hole for a big rock to get through and busting up our trommel. So I'm gonna get those welded back on so we can get back and running and try to make some money. Well guys, I knew gold mining was actually really hard, but This is just crazy. The problems we're having, I guess it is a brand new plant, so there is going to be some problems that you got to try to work through. So hopefully this is the last bit of problems we're going to have. Well, I think we did a good job welding those back on, so we'll put the welder over by this tree for now, just so we can get back to running. And there is actually a grizzly on this site, so maybe we might have to use it just to filter out the bigger rocks, because there is actually a lot in this area. But everything looks good with the wash plant. The trauma where we fixed, you could barely notice it. Just hoping my welds hold up on the grizzly so we don't have that problem again. I just got off the phone with the shop where we bought our conveyor, and I got them to put a grizzly on it, so that could save us a little bit in the future. And they also informed me there's actually going to be an auction on another abandoned mine coming up very soon, so there's going to be a nice bit of equipment for sale. So I need to grind for the next couple of days, so I got enough money to pay our bill with the mining officer and have some money to actually buy some equipment. We might be able to find something really good at this auction that will help us speed up our process. Well, that can't be good. The loader just shut off, lost all power. Now I've been noticing it was sputtering a bit when I was going out for the last bucket, but I didn't think anything of it. Oh, it's still happening. What can this be? Maybe it's a fuel problem. You know what? We didn't change the filters, so maybe that's a good start. So I'm actually gonna go get the truck. We're probably gonna do an oil change too, just to make sure. That's the only thing I can see that's actually wrong with this, because when it do fire up, it runs pretty. Now I can't say it was running perfect because it actually wasn't. It was running pretty terrible, but I can't see anything else being wrong with it. I just checked the oil and there is some on the dipstick. Now it is pretty black. I'm just gonna try it before. Okay, it fired up. Maybe it was just a fluke. It probably got too hot. I didn't really check the coolant. Maybe I should have, but at least we're able to mine again. So in the future, I guess very soon, we're gonna have to do a service on this to get it up and running. Ah, never mind, it just cut out again. I guess we're going to be doing that service right now. I'm just hoping it is something simple because I'm not a mechanic. I can do the basic stuff like change filters, add coolant, do an oil change. Oh, before I do this, I should probably shut down the wash plant so we don't lose all of our gold. Well, that could have been a lot worse. We could have lost gold, but I can still see we got a nice bit in there. Now we got to try to fix this loader so we can continue running so we can actually pay our bills. So to get a mechanic out here would actually cost a lot of money. So I'm going to go grab the truck and we're going to try the basic stuff and hopefully we can get that to work because I don't have the money to actually get a mechanic and to buy another piece of equipment. So we're kind of in a hard place right now. So I guess the first thing I'm going to try is to actually do an oil change. So I'm going to grab my bucket, put it under and try to catch all the oil. I sure hope this bucket is enough. If we can get this loader fixed, we're not going to be buying another one. We're going to try to get an excavator because the way we're running, we're actually going through a nice bit of pay and we need to start clearing off an area. And I know dozers are a bit expensive, so I don't think we're going to be able to get one right now. Alright, so we got that done. Let's just dump it in the water. I'm just joking, guys. There was no oil in the loader. Yeah, that might be the reason. I guess when I checked it earlier, it was just stuff left on the dipstick because there was no oil in the motor. I'm surprised we still got a motor. Well, I mean, we probably don't have a motor. I guess I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We still got to try it out and make sure it still works. Please let it work because we need a loader, we need to pay the bills, and we need to get an excavator so we can start prospecting areas for our next cut. And now for the moment of truth. Will this loader start? Wow, it's starting up right away. I guess it just needs a little TLC and a bit of maintenance, but the real test will be when we're actually under strain and running it for a couple hours. And it's getting pretty late, so I don't think we're going to be doing that tonight. I'm thinking about going inside and trying to get a hold of the previous owner so we can get the drill report so we got a bit of an idea where we can mine next. So if you guys are enjoying this series and would like to see more gold mining videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.